It's the 22nd of June, Rabbi Levitt, Ezra.
Okay, so we are talking about building the base of Mikdash. Let's see where we got up to here. We got up to Perik Vav, Pasik Ches.
Vav Ches. Let's see. Uni seem to aim Lama di Sa'avdun im Save Yehuda A Elech Lemiv ne Beis Elaha Dech Uminichte Malka Di Midas Avar Nahara As Parna Nif Kesa Teheve Mis Yahava Leguv Raya Ilech Di La Levatala.
Levatala. We're in Pasik Ches, Mayor. Good morning.
Hi, thank you.
Morning again, Mayor.
Good morning.
A decree is hereby issued by me that you should cooperate with these elders of the Jews to rebuild this temple of Hashem, and the expenses should be provided immediately to these people from the royal estate, from the Trans-Euphrates region's taxes, so that their work not be halted.
Oh boy, imagine that.
So let's see. A decree is hereby issued by me that you should cooperate with these elders of the Jews to rebuild this temple of Hashem. The translation follows Rashi and Metzudos. In the preceding verses 6 and 7, Tatenai and his companions were merely commanded to not restrain the Jews from building, i.e., keep a distance from that place, leave the work alone. The governor, the elders shall rebuild. But there was no requirement for them to aid in the construction. Yet in our verse, the king commanded that Tatenai and his cohorts participate actively in the temple restoration. While Beam explains that verses 6 and 7 were written in accordance with Cyrus' original proclamation, wherein the non-Jews were merely told not to obstruct the Jews who would build them by themselves. But in verse 8, Darius added his own decree. A decree is hereby issued by me, requiring the non-Jews to aid the Jewish elders by immediately appropriating funds from the Trans-Euphrates region's taxes. And the expenses should be provided immediately to these people from the royal estate, from the Trans-Euphrates region's taxes, so that their work not be halted. Rashi relates this whole phrase to the preceding phrase.
I paid and they gave it back to me.
Excuse me, I have to go pay the housekeeper.
Okay. So, welcome, Mayor. Okay, so that's That's what's going on over here. In this pasuk, he's making his own command, Daryavish, to command these Tatanau and their cohorts, the non-Jews, who originally had questioned the rights and the authorization of the Jews to build the temple, and they confronted him on that. But now they get the word from Daryavish. I guess it would have been better if they hadn't have talked to him, then they wouldn't have known. but Daryavish says, "Oh, now once you're asking, I command you to take your own money and give them so that they can have the building built speedily, and there won't be any delays in the construction, because everybody knows if there's a delay in the construction, if a building is not being built, we know the reason for that. It's because there's no money to pay the people that are building the building anymore. They ran out. Okay, so Daryavish is saying, make sure that doesn't happen. So use your money from the Trans-Euphrates region's taxes. But wait 1 second. He said himself that it should be from the Nixay Malka, from the property of the king's coffers. So we have to figure out what exactly did he mean over here. He's mentioning also from the king and also from the governor's local regional coffers. Okay, so let's see the next Rashi, the next note over here. Minikse Malka. So on the right side of the
Uminikse Malka, and the expenses should be provided immediately to these people from the royal estate, from the Trans-Euphrates region's taxes, so that their work not be halted. Rashi relates this whole phrase to the preceding verse, the preceding phrase. The cost of the project shall be borne out of the taxes collected in the Trans-Euphrates region, and the construction shall be done speedily. Mitsudos, however, connects this phrase with the end of the verse. The disbursement of funds from the royal estate should be done speedily.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wherever it's going to work. But that's the command of Daryavish. Wow. Amazing. That's the main point. The work should not be halted, should not be delayed. They should be able to do it speedily. Okay, we go to Meir for Pasuk Tes.
Okay, Tet. Let's see. Uma chashcham uvenei torim v'tikrim ve'imrin la'vam le'ela shemaya in tin milach chamar mishach. Okay, kememar kahanaya di Yerushalem lecheve mityahev lechom yom biyom di la shalu. Okay, so this is Tet. Says, and whatever they require, young bulls, rams, and sheep for burnt offerings to the God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, and oil, according to the specifications of the Kohanim who are in Jerusalem, shall be supplied to them day by day without fail. Ah,
Wow. Amazing.
okay. So Uma Kashchan. And whatever they require, anything causing concern, any need, according to Rashi, specifically the needs of the altar, according to Mitsudo. Wow.
Oh, so that's that word hashchan. Their needs or what they cause, what they require. And maybe the word comes from the word choshesh, causing concern. Anything that causes a concern.
Wow.
Because we're concerned about our needs being fulfilled. Okay? Give it to the Jews.
Okay. B'nai Torin, V'divrin, V'amrin. Okay, so young bulls, rams, oh, wow, and sheep. Darius's contribution surpassed that of Cyrus. Cyrus aided only in the construction of the temple, but Darius also supplied the daily sacrificial requirements. Wow. Okay. Okay, so then it says, hintin milach humar umeshach. Wheat, salt, wine, and oil. Wheat and oil were used for the mincha meal offering, salt for the offerings, all of which were salted, and wine for the nisachim, the libations, according to Rashi. Okay, b'mamar kahanaya, according to the specifications of the Kohanim, in the amounts that the Kohanim will specify, according to Mitsudo. And di la shalu, without fail. This is Rav Yeshaya Mitrani's translation. Others render without forgetting Mitsudo or without delay, according to Rashi.
Okay. Don't forget. Without forgetting. Okay. Pasuk Yud. Back to Lou.
Di lechevon me hakrevin nichochin la shemaya umetzalayin lechaye malka uvenohi. Let's see, so that they may offer pleasing offerings to the God of heaven and pray for the lives of the king and his children.
Oh,
So we're
he's
getting
got it.
a little bit of a self-interest here. Pleasing offerings. This translation may be found in Rashi to Leviticus, Vayikra 1:9. There, the offerings are described as nichoach, which Rashi translates as pleasing. Hashem is pleased with the bringing of offerings, since he has commanded that they be brought, and his will has been fulfilled. And pray for the lives of the king and his children. The Talmud Rosh Hashanah faults Darius for his impure intentions. His purpose
Oh,
in supporting the temple services was for the sake of his own welfare and that of his family, rather than for the glorification of Hashem.
oh.
Wow.
I mean, we dive into Hashem health and sounds pretty severe. It's pretty strict.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, you'd think he'd get
You
credit
want
for
to look
the.
up that Gemara? Gemara. What?
I said that you'd think he'd get credit for the fact that he believes in Hashem.
Wants a person to turn to him, right? Exactly. He knows that he can't. This is the whole thing. It's not called self-interest when we believe that Hashem is the one who's in control of our pranas and our health, and we daven to Him. It's called that we have Amunah and Bitachon that Hashem is in control. Let's take a look at this Gemara. This is. I can't believe this Gemara.
Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah, huh? Okay, hold on a minute. See if I can find it.
Still here? Okay, Rosh Hashanah. 4a. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, Rosh Hashanah 4a.
Where does the name of the Yavish appear over here? Oh,
It looks
is
like.
that our pasuk? That's the pasuk that says that the Daryavish is telling the Tatanau that you have to take from the local taxes and pay for all the offerings and everything that the Kohanim say that will be needed to do the avodah in the base of Mikdash. So after that, okay, so we'll start from the and don't forget